Chrissy. Hi, it's Chrissy Chequer, certified exercise physiologist and Pilates instructor. And today we are going to learn spine twist. Most important thing with spine twist is that you start with a neutral spine. So remember when you were laying on the floor and we learned that you want to have a little curve underneath your low back and then your lowest ribs on the floor. So the backs of your hips and the backs of your ribs and the back of your head are all going to be in a straight line. Now you want to take that to a seated position. Okay, so you want to have that little curve underneath your low back, the backs of the ribs on the floor, and the back of the head all in a lineup. Okay, so the exercise before this is single leg circles, which is nice. It's going to give you a good stretch in your hamstrings and work on the lengthening of the hamstrings. It's always good to do all these exercises in their sequence. So just check the link below for the full workout and you'll get that sequence of exercises there. Okay, so you find your neutral spine. Now, if you find that when you have your legs out in front, your hip flexors are weak or your hamstrings are tight, that sort of goes in partners, right? Tight hamstrings and weak hip flexors, they work together. But what's gonna happen is your head's gonna come forward and your ribs go back. So we just wanna avoid this position for this exercise. We really wanna start in a neutral spine. So what you can do is you can put something underneath your bottom to lift you up, or you can sit cross-legged. Sometimes that helps just relieve the hip flexors, or you can come up onto your knees, okay? And just consider your pelvis, your ribs, and your head like a snowman, 3 balls balancing one on top of the other. So you have your pelvis, backs of your hips, backs of your ribs, and back of your head all in that straight line. So you're gonna have to use your imagination or just visualize what that feels like, and continually practicing neutral spine laying on the floor will eventually train the muscles and the body awareness so that you can feel that when you are seated. Okay, so you find your seat, and I'm going to do it with my legs out in front because this was the original Joseph Pilates way of doing spine twist. He always made things very challenging. So really lifting up into that neutral spine. Now take your arms straight out to the side, and all you do is just twist, but visualize your spine like a spiral staircase. So start at the bottom and then work your way up, and it's like you're turning each vertebra on the one below it. So each one, and you just go as far as you can, and then just ease off and go a little bit further, ease off and go a little bit further, and then come back to center, and then you go the other direction. So start at the bottom and work your way up your spine like a spiral staircase. Twist a little deeper, little deeper, little deeper, and then come back to center, okay? And then the breath is an exhale, ease off, exhale deeper, ease off, exhale deeper, and then come back to center. So think of squeezing all the air out of your body. Good. Now, as you do this exercise, you're going to notice that there are parts of your spine that twist, and there are parts of your spine that don't twist so much. So you want to always be working into the parts of your spine that are a little bit stiffer. So if you noticed on your full roll-ups or any of the rolling exercises that there are some sticky spots in your spine, those are the spots that you want to be working at twisting, because this twisting motion is loosening up the tendons and the muscles in between each of the vertebra. So it's going to give your spine so much more flexibility. On the flip side, it also massages your internal organs. And in my fitness and nutrition coaching courses, I talk a lot about the health of your digestive system and how important that is for your overall health. So this is a great exercise for just wringing that out, working on the flexibility of the spine, at the same time massaging the digestive system. So as you do this, think of your ribs lifting up off of your hips. So we're not sinking down here, but lift up and away. Or sometimes you can think of having a string coming out of the top of your head, pulling you up towards the ceiling. Good. So you twist and you exhale, bring it up. 1, 2, 3. Good, and twist. I sometimes think of myself like a helicopter with my arms going out to the side like this. Now you can do one little variation here I'm going to teach you is you bend your elbow that you're twisting towards, and that just draws your shoulder blade a little bit more towards your spine. You might also actually feel kind of like you can pull yourself a little bit deeper into that twist. So you twist 1, 2, 3 and back to center, and twist 1, 2, 3 and back to center, and twist 1, 2, 3 and back to center, and twist, bring it out, 2, 3 and back to center. Thank you so much for joining me for this spine twist exercise. For the full workout, look at the link in the description below. And if you like this, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Our next exercise will be rolling like a ball. I will see you then.